It's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. And you know what? I thought I'd bring a good news story today, this Monday. If, like me, you need a bit of good news, you know, we talk a lot about true crime and, you know, it's interesting, but it's sometimes quite depressing, isn't it? So I thought today, if you're watching as it's live, it's Monday, 10th of March, a little bit of a good news story. I thought we'd have a good news story, try and cheer us up on this Monday. I don't know what the weather is where you are. If people don't know me, my name's Vicky Marie. I'm in mainland Spain. It's still miserable. It's not raining at this moment in time, but it's cloudy. It's a bit cold. And wherever you are, I don't know what the weather's like with you. Let me know in chat. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what the weather's like there. And let me know how this Monday is treating you. So anyway, I'm not having the best Monday ever. So I thought I'm going to come on here. I'm going to talk about some good news and it'll cheer me up as well as hopefully it'll cheer all you up there. So I want to say hello, thank you to the lurkers. I want to say hello to the replay crew. And also, of course, hello to anyone who's going to join in the chat today. I hope lots of you will join in the chat and listen to this good news story and it'll make you feel good for the rest of the day. Do we need some good news stories? Well, I do. Maybe you do too. So what we're going to talk about is this German Shepherd, one of my favourite types of dogs. I've got a German Shepherd myself, retired police dog, who saved someone's life even though after they were retired. Now, we don't deserve dogs, do we? I mean, dogs do so many. As I'm making this video, my German Shepherd or our German Shepherd is chomping down on her food, having her breakfast because she's not been up that long. And, you know, German Shepherds are special dogs, and that's why they're used in the police force, of course, because they're intelligent, they can be trained. But not only German Shepherds, we've seen lots of sniffer dogs, all different breeds. You know, dogs are intelligent, they're loyal, they're loving, they're all those things. And sometimes people do horrible things to them, don't they? And they are the worst sort of people because all a dog ever gives you is love, affection, total devotion, unconditional love. And also, on top of that, they're clever and they help save people's lives. They look for people under earthquakes. You know, they look for missing people. They do so many things. So we don't deserve them really, do we? Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about today. But first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you that are subscribed to my channel. All of you like my videos. All of you sent me nice emails, left nice messages, participated in the chat. All of you that have contributed to my channel in any way, but especially, as always, my members, those of you who've bought me Ko-fis, sent me a super sticker, PayPal me, any positive contribution you've done to my channel, thank you so much. But yeah, it does get a bit hard going sometimes, doesn't it? We cover all these true crime cases, as I say, which are interesting, and of course victims' stories need to be told, etc. But yeah, sometimes it does grind you down a little bit. Sometimes you think, oh my God, is everybody terrible in this world? Which of course they're not. Most people are nice. Most people are nice. We have to remember that. But sometimes when you're watching a lot of true crime, you can end up thinking, oh my God, everyone's a psychopath out there. Anyway, one thing we know is dogs are not psychopaths. So let me take my banner off now that I've finished saying thank you to everyone. I'm going to say hello to anyone who's in the chat already. Angel, hi, my angel. So Angel says, Angel went to a dog show yesterday and she bought a mug from the dog show and it said, a dog is the only thing on earth that loves you more than he loves himself. or herself, of course. But yeah, it is so true. You know, all dogs care about is they love you, don't they? And they love you even if you're grumpy, if you get up in the morning, you can't be bothered to, you know, put your face on or brush your hair, or, you know, they doesn't matter to them. Doesn't matter what you dress like. Doesn't matter what you look like. All they're interested in is your love, your affection, a few treats here and there, maybe a walk. You know, they're such simple pleasures as well. Dogs can believe me, one of my little dogs, Rocky, he saved me from a terrible situation. I mean, I saved him. You know, he was a rescue dog. They call them rescue dogs. All my dogs are rescue dogs. But sometimes I wonder who rescues who, because my little Rocky, let's have a look at somewhere. I just want to show you. I'd already prepared a photo. So this is our German Shepherd. This is Princess Tia. And look how beautiful she is. She's a little bit older. Oh, she's here with me now. Hello. You know, she's getting white around the muzzle. She's getting on a bit now. She'll be 8 soon. She's 8. Is she 8 this month, or 9 maybe even? You know, it's quite scary actually. She's getting older, and dogs don't live as long as us, do they? And big dogs live a shorter time. But she's happy, honestly. She gets up in the morning so enthusiastic. She runs around the house like a wrecking ball. She just gets her treat. She's all excited. She goes and eats it. Then she gets her breakfast put in front of her, little play with the ball. Oh, you know, honestly, her needs are so simple. A cuddle, a little masaje. We call it masaje because that's massage in Spanish. I'll say to her, oh, you want a masaje? And it massage her neck and her ears and everything. She loves it. She loves it. And what I found about German Shepherds especially they are special dogs. All dogs are special. But German Shepherds, you know, there's something about, you can just tell, look, you know, she's mesmerizing me there with her eyes. They look at you, they're like, it's like having a person in the house, which quite often dogs are anyway, you know. But when my son first wanted to get a German Shepherd all those years ago, because my son is very tall, and I've always had little dogs, littler than the dogs that I've got now. And you know, he said, oh, can't we have a bigger dog, like that, more fitting to his size, I suppose. And I was like that. But at the time, you know, he was going through a difficult time, and I thought a dog would be good for him. And you know, if he wanted a German Shepherd. And there was a local refuge to us where they'd taken in a pregnant German Shepherd, and she had 11 puppies, 11. And they called it the football team, like litter, you know, because it was the number of a football team. So she'd had 11 puppies. We went along there and he chose Princess Tia. And that's how we ended up with her. And I would never have chosen a German Shepherd at the time, because at the time I was a little bit scared of big dogs. So I'm not so scared now. But of course, you know, the thing is, you always have to be aware when you're dealing with dogs. They are animals, you know, as much as you love them, you know, sometimes they have bad days just like the rest of us. And, you know, so you've got to be sort of respectful of the fact that they're animals. But she's so lovely, and she's so gentle with people. She doesn't like other dogs, though. She was attacked by another dog. Oh, she ran in fear from a pug once. That's how. Anyway, I could go on and talk about all the stories about Princess Tia. That's not who we're talking about today. We're talking about this dog up in the right-hand corner on the picture, which is Bear, a retired police dog. But I started off telling you about my Rocky, little Rocky. So sometimes this is Princess Tia, but also my son we call her Big Rocky because she likes carrying rocks. And then we've got, then we've got Little Rocky, which is, let's find a nice picture. I've got so many photos. I don't know which blooming picture to put up, but I got Little Rocky after my other 2 little dogs died. And I wasn't ever going to have any more dogs, you know, like, oh, I'm definitely not having any more. And then, you know, the house just felt, because my son wasn't living here then. And, you know, so there were no dogs in the house. And I just missed it so much having a dog that in the end, when I saw my little Rocky, that's quite a nice picture of him. When I saw my little Rocky on a Facebook site, you know, looking for a home for him, there he is. I sort of volunteered to home him and that. But as I say, so he's rescued me more than I've rescued him, I think, because at the time there was a lot going on. And his joy of life, what sort of helped me was, you know, when you're depressed and everything, you watch dogs or cats or any other animal, I suppose, and they're so happy with such little things. You know, when you're depressed because whatever your problem is, it could be a physical problem, like, you know, health problem, it could be a mental health problem, it could be a financial problem, it could be a relationship problem, it could be a family problem. Whatever problems you've got, when you look at dogs, and like particularly Rocky, because he was just high on life. That's what I used to say about him. And I wrote a little book about him. Let's have another picture, actually. This is my favourite picture of him, I think. I love this picture. I wrote a little bilingual book about him, you know, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a Spanish teacher. And I wrote a little storybook, you know, about him in English and in Spanish. That's available on my Amazon site. It's Rocky el Rebelde, or Rocky the Rebel. And yeah, that's Rocky. Bless him. So when I got him, then later on, my son ended up coming back to live here with this one, with Princess Dia. Now, she doesn't like my other two dogs, so we do have to keep them separate because she likes to be the centre of attention. But the important thing to remember is dogs teach you so much about love, don't they? About unconditional love, about being happy with simple things. You know, it doesn't matter if you've got, you know, give them a ball or give them a chew, take them for a walk. They're happy. Sleep, something to eat, water, sleep, something to eat, water. You know, that's their cycle. And we can learn a lot from that, because sometimes we're always aspiring to the next thing, aren't we? But, you know, why do we even need the next thing, really? Anyway, let me see. Hi, Anita. Anita's got a Rottweiler. They're another dog that I used to be scared of. But a couple of friends of mine have got Rottweilers. See, we never had a dog when I was growing up, and the only dogs I'd ever had anything to do with were poodles. So I'd never been, you know, around any big dogs. But Rottweilers, they're beautiful, aren't they? They're so beautiful. Such big dogs get a bad name, don't they? Rottweilers. What was the other one that used to get a bad name? Oh gosh, Dobermans, etc. Now it's XL bullies, and there'll always be some dogs of any breed who maybe go off the rails. The problem is, I suppose, when they're bigger and powerful, you know, they can cause more damage than a little, but it could be a little dog that gets aggressive. It doesn't have to be a big dog. Oh. So, look, right, let me get on with the story. So I'm getting nowhere. I'm that busy talking about dogs, I'm getting nowhere. You could talk about dogs really forever. But the aim of this video is a bit of a feel-good video, because, you know, we go down in the depths of true crime, and feels like lately there's been some horrendous cases. I don't know, it just seems worse. Lately, what's going on? The depths that some people will descend to. So we want to forget about that. We want to talk about something positive. and dogs are always something positive. So let's have a look. Now, I don't know if you knew, but there is a website, this website, Thin Blue Paw, and this is a national charity that supports, rehabilitates, protects and celebrates serving and retired police dogs from across the United Kingdom. So this is the United Kingdom, but you can bet wherever you are in this crazy world, it don't matter if in America, Australia, or wherever you are, Europe, Spain, there'll be some charity. Now, what I found on the Spanish websites is the Guardia Civil themselves and the Policía Nacional, etc. They advertise the dogs that have retired from service. And then they often need a home, don't they? Because when they've been in service, then often the handler themselves, whoever's been their handler, will adopt them and take them home. But sometimes that's not possible for probably various reasons. Maybe they've already got a load of dogs, probably, or maybe they can't because of their job. They've got to take on then the next dog, and train them, etc. So this is a website in the UK that seeks to rehome these older dogs, and they need quite a special home, don't they? Because they've lived their sort of working life, if you like, with a lot of stimulation. Sometimes there are problems. Well, just a typical problem for German Shepherds, etc., is this hip dysplasia that they get, and so so there's all sorts of problems that might arise. And once they get older, though, of course, they will have settled down. And if you can give a home to a German Shepherd, this is or not only a German Shepherd, because also there's the Belgian Malinois. They're another dog that's used a lot in search and rescue, etc., in the police. There's all sorts of different breeds. If you look at the breeds here, so they've got Belgian Malinois, Cocker Spaniel, Dutch Herder. Let's have a look at the So, of course, the Cocker Spaniels. Look, all these Spaniels. Oh, Millie, Spud, Sid, Joe, Hugo. I mean, there's loads of them. Oh, and they've got what illnesses they've got on there: slip disc, toe amputation, pancreatitis. What is that? Did they actually charge him for these dogs then? You'd think that, I'm not being funny, but you'd think that adoption fees would be free, really, wouldn't you? Let's have a look. Oh, she died. Stop it. Stop it. Hey. Stop. So, of course, the bad thing about German Shepherds is they've got ear-splitting barks. But anyway, so the kindest thing to do is have Millie put to sleep. Oh. Sorry, I'm just looking at these now. All right. Don't know what the amount of money is for. Anyway, so there's all these different dogs on the site. I haven't got time to look into it too much at the moment because I've got things. So we've got Indy there, who's a Belgian. Beneficiaries of our grants. Okay. I was thinking, what are they asking for this money for these dogs? No, these are beneficiaries of their grants because then, they do need, don't they, ongoing health. I want to read the whole thing now, but I just haven't got time, I'm afraid. But anyway, you can sponsor them. So you don't even have to actually, if you're not in a position where you can adopt one, you can sponsor them. Let me have a look. Now, I may do this. can sponsor a particular dog and you get a cuddly German Shepherd toy. Oh, and you can do a monthly amount, or you can choose whatever the amount is. Oh, and you can do all these. Sorry, I'm like, because I've only just, I'm looking at this for the first time with you, and I need to explore this. Hydrotherapy sessions, medication, veterinary consult. I mean, the thing is about these sort of things, you just have to, like you say, you can do a monthly sponsorship or a one-off sponsorship. Oh, and you can just choose your amount. So, you don't have to give like hundreds of pounds. The thing is, if everyone gave a couple of quid, it makes a difference, doesn't it? It's very interesting that. Okay. Now, that's not why I'm on this website, because I'm on here to talk about Bear. This dog that saved somebody's life not that long ago in January. I think it actually happened. I've only just seen the story. If I would have seen it in January, I would have, followed it before, because I think we do get starved of good news, don't we, in the crime world? So all these different, let's have a look at German Shepherd. Oh, R.I.P. Oh. Anyway, so, God, you could go down a rabbit hole with these dogs. I just want to read all about the dogs. But we're here to talk about this particular German Shepherd, Bear. RPD Bear saves a life on his 12th birthday. Now, that's quite old for a German Shepherd, isn't it? 12. I hope our dog gets to 12 and beyond, of course. But I know that for a German Shepherd, 12 is an advanced age, more advanced, probably. No, they're not prizes. I know that's my fault, Angel. They're not prices. That's what the grants that they've received. That was my fault. I thought it looked like it was prices, but it isn't. So we're here to talk about Bear. Look what he was up to. So on his 12th birthday, so he's a retired police dog, but on his 12th birthday, his owner took him out, a retired police dog who was out enjoying a birthday walk, showed how these unsung heroes never forget their skills. And honestly, this story, it will warm your heart, or it should warm your heart. I hope it'll make you feel good. I hope it'll make you feel good on a Monday. You know what Mondays are like. My Monday's not turning out too brilliant, but it's better now that I'm talking to you guys and talking about dogs. My Monday has suddenly got better. So a retired police dog who was out enjoying a birthday walk showed how these unsung heroes never forget their skills. After locating a missing vulnerable man in the undergrowth and leading him to safety. So although this dog was retired, I suppose it's like whatever you retire from, if that's been your career, if that's been your profession, you never forget it completely, do you? So RPD Bear was out with his owners, who are both retired police officers, in the South Downs near Eastbourne on the 28th of November 2024 to celebrate his 12th birthday. So he's in his 13th year now. This year in November, he'll be 13. Even more astounding, it was the German Shepherd's first walk for several weeks after recovering from major surgery to remove 2 tumours. Now, Bear, unfortunately, although he's okay now, or he was then when this happened, he has had health issues. So Bear, who now volunteers as a well-being dog for police staff, worked as a general purpose dog with Sussex Police, until his retirement in 2020, when Julia adopted him. Bear had already recovered previously from major surgery when in 2023 he suddenly lost the use of his rear legs, and he needed surgery to repair herniated discs in his spine, thought to have been caused by the physical strain his career had on his body. Oh, this is him doing these hydrotherapy. I mean, Princess Tia, she loves water. She loves swimming. She is such good exercise for dogs, isn't it? Especially big dogs, because they're not putting any weight on their muscles. So, if they've got problems like, well, do you know what? It's the same for people. If you've got arthritis like me, it's terrible at the moment because of all the rain we're having in the damp climate. It's like I feel like, an ancient woman. And I know there'll be people that say, no, you are ancient. I am ancient in one way, but I'm not that old. But, when the weather's bad, I've turned into one of these people that's like, oh, I think it's going to rain because, my knee's hurting, or it's actually true. It's not as you get older, if you've got arthritis or anything like that, the worse the weather is, the worse you feel. That's why most of the year you feel okay in Spain, because the weather's warm and, oh God, you feel like a different person. But when it's damp, or even in the summer when it's too hot, too humid, you feel it in your joints. Of course, we are part of nature, and nature affects us one way or another, and particularly as you get older. And that's the same for dogs, same for people, same for dogs, same for any animal, I'm sure. You get problems with your joints, etc. And so this beautiful dog, look at his face, he's had to have specialist surgery costing more than £8,000, and then hydrotherapy to recover, and we contributed to the overall cost. So don't forget, if you ever do decide to adopt like an older dog, you've always got the thought that, especially with German Shepherds and certain breeds of dogs, there's certain illnesses that they're predisposed to. And not exactly illness, but German Shepherds are predisposed to hip dysplasia, etc. They're not the only dogs. There's a lot of dogs that are. So you've got to bear all that in mind, because vet's bills can be really expensive, can't you? But I think I don't know, but if you adopt from these sort of places, I think you do get help from them, financial help. There's also, I know that there's some sort of thing going on, but you could foster one, couldn't you? I mean, really, if a dog has been a police dog, it's like a police person, same. They deserve a pension, don't they? If they've served their community. These dogs, they deserve a pension, just like police people. So if somebody is kind enough to give one of these dogs a home, it would I think they would get a lot more people offering to home them if they knew that the vet's bills maybe were going to be taken care of out of their pension. So what they could do is offer these dogs a pension that maybe they would only use if they were ill. I mean, what does a dog need a pension for? At the end of the day, if somebody adopts them, they don't mind paying their food, looking after them, taking for a walk, giving them the love, giving them the bed. But when it comes to like expensive operations and that would put a lot of people off, wouldn't it? Adopting, because, at the end of the day, you may not have the money to do that. Whereas if these police dogs, and they should have, like some sort of pension facility, or, imagine that. I mean, they've served the British public, or whichever public, whether it's the Spanish public, the Australian, American, whatever. They served the public, and they deserve to be looked after in their old age. That's my opinion anyway, but I'm sure you'll let me know what you think. So this dog, Bear, he needed specialist surgery costing more than £8,000 and hydrotherapy to recover, and we contributed to the overall cost. This is a thin blue paw. Bear is registered with our foundation, which means we'll be there for him and Julia. Oh, I'm getting emotional now. If they need us with any unexpected veterinary bills or medication that could improve his quality of life and help him enjoy retirement. And so that is exactly how it should be. While he may be living the quieter life now, Bear showed that he still has a nose for the job when he found the man in an isolated area on a cold day and led him to safety. So this was just a coincidence. You know, Bear, they weren't out with Bear searching. It was just his birthday. And Bear alerted to, because he regressed back to what he was taught to do. And while he was out having a normal walk with his owner, Julia said, Bear suddenly went into work mode, stopped, and dragged us towards an area of dense undergrowth where we found the confused and cold, vulnerable man who had fallen over and couldn't get up. Bless him. I'm not sure he would have survived the night had Bear not have found him, and the police who were searching hadn't been able to locate him. Bear's amazing story captured the hearts of the nation, and his life-saving adventure was featured by media from all over the world, including the British press, Canadian radio, and American TV. And now he can add international superstar to his resume too. Oh, do you know, as I'm sort of telling you this story, our German Shepherd, Princess T, she's just laying in the chair next to me. And she's just lay there as if to say, yeah, we're fabulous. We're fabulous. So Bear was presented with the Thin Blue Paw Lifesaver Award in December 2024 by Joe Shiner, Chief Constable of Sussex Police, and the Lord Lieutenant of East Sussex, Mr. Andrew Blackman, in the company of our co-founder and chairman, Kieran Stanbridge. And there they all are. Oh, look at the smiles. I wish, even the dog's smiling. Look, they're all smiling and the dog's smiling. So Sussex, it's so nice to tell some good news. Sussex Police Chief Constable Joe Shiner, who presented retired police dog Bear with his award, shared these words. I was proud to present PD Bear with a Lifesaver Award for his heroic work to locate a man in distress. It is incredible Bear is continuing to inspire us with his skills, and it caps a remarkable career of service even after his well-earned retirement from the force in 2020. So he'd been retired for 4 years, but you know what? Dogs never forget what they've been trained. It's incredible Bear is continuing. Bear's story is a testament to the high standards achieved by all of our police dogs and their handlers in Sussex, and demonstrates our commitment to helping the police and serving our community. Now, they appeared on Good Morning Britain. I can't show that, because Good Morning Britain don't like you using their things. But if you Google Bear, you will be able to watch it, but I can't put it on here, unfortunately. What a picture this, isn't it? What a picture this of Bear there with the sunset in the background. It's a beautiful picture. It's a beautiful dog. And this dog, all dogs, they don't have to be a police dog to contribute to our lives. All our dogs are special. I remember reading a quote once, somebody saying that everybody thinks their dog is the best dog in the world, something similar to that. And they're all right. And it's true, some people might not like German Shepherds, so they might not like my Princess Dia. She does bark a lot, and her bark is ear splitting. It probably annoys people, but she's still a really special dog to us. Everybody's dog is special. Everybody's is special, at least to them, and some dogs are special to other people as well. And how anyone can hurt dogs, I have absolutely no idea, or animals in general. But I know we eat animals and that's, but there's something about dogs. Dogs have a special bond, don't they, with people. It was the Romans that first started breeding dogs, breeding them to smaller, because they used to use them to heat their beds in the winter. Dogs, they started gradually, breeding dogs smaller and smaller. Now, of course, we have all these different breeds of dogs from different parts of the world. Now you've got like the pedigree dogs, etc. But, the German Shepherd is probably one of the most popular breeds of dogs across the world. Is popular everywhere in the world, isn't it? And yeah, there's something special about dogs, and there's something extra special about German Shepherds. But then I'm sure all of you out there who've got dogs, you would say there's something extra special about your breed of, whether you've got a Rottweiler, whether you've got a crossed breed, whether you've got a Chihuahua, whether you've got a pug or whatever. We all think our dogs are special, which leads me to think dogs, full stop, are special. Anyway, so I thought I'd give you that good news story today, because today's Monday. Monday's not the best day, is it, ever? And if you're having problems today for whatever reason, or anything negative about your Monday, hopefully this video will cheer you up. And I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, thank you for watching. Thank you to all of you. Have a great day. Adios. And until I see you again, may your God go with you. Bye.